What you cooking up, Mama?
Here's some really fast breakfast sandwiches.
All right. That rain snuck up on us.
Yeah. Such a beautiful night last night.
Good morning. We are at the Eagle Plains Lodge, and we're just enjoying a nice little breakfast here as the rain moves in yet again. So looks like we might get some more mud on the rig. Yesterday was quite fun. So we'll see what today brings. We actually heard that they shut down the road going south. So that area where we shot some film of the waterfalls coming off the side of the mountain, that mountain was actually turning loose while we were there. There were chunks starting to slide down and rocks and stuff that was falling free. So I think it was only probably 3 or 4 hours after we came through that the whole mountainside gave way. So they're down there clearing that out right now. Fortunately, we're actually headed north and we've got plenty of time, but there were a lot of people who are just going to have to stop right here until they give the all clear. So crazy wild country up here. Never know what a little bit of rain's going to do. Well, you beat the rain, babe. Good job.
Told you I would.
So what all this is?
Ham, salami, and cheese.
Ham, salami, and cheese. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah.
So this morning we woke up to a beautiful sunrise. Well, the sun never really went down.
It did for 3.5 hours.
Okay, it did for 3.5 hours. But it was a beautiful sunrise. We had a full rainbow with all the colors. And then it started to get a little iffy. Started to hear a little bit of raindrops on the tent. So we jumped out and pulled Caroline out. And now this is what we're dealing with about an hour and a half later.
I can't help but getting this feeling I am sinking, and the ground beneath my feet is starting to believe me. See, I try to run but I don't know how. My thoughts are made of doubt, and the silence steals the words from my mouth. I guess I have not been myself for some while now. My love, can you hear me? Can you hear me? See, my heart is strong, but my will is wearing weary. Said I'm leaving come morning. Said I'm leaving come morning. I'll be gone, and it won't be long till I belong. My time wondering why some hearts beat harder, and two can love in so many different ways. Or you can love just one your whole life long, and they don't feel the same. Well, tell me, love, I'm only asking. If it's funny, then why aren't you laughing? Love, I'm only asking. My love, I am sorry. I am sorry for the things that I have said and I have done. All my life I've hurt the ones. All my life I've hurt the ones I've loved. But it was not my intention. love will come, but it won't come easy. And I can't help but think there must be something I am missing. You see, when I lay my head to sleep, the voice inside keeps whispering. It says, are you where you wanna be? Are you where you wanna be? Are you where you're wanting now to go? No. Whoa. This heavy heart is missing you around, missing you around. But I won't let it weigh me down. Oh, this heavy heart is missing you around, missing you around. But I won't let it weigh me down. Oh, this time is taking its time on me. It's time on me. When I lay my head to sleep, the voice inside keeps whispering. It says, are you where you wanna be? Are you where you wanna be? Love will come, but it won't come easy.
Please wear my coat when the lobby.
Yes.
After a beautiful but sloppy 120-mile drive from Eagle Plains north, we arrived at Fort McPherson for a much-needed splash of fuel. This small community of 800 people is located on the eastern side of the Peel River and is accessed by one of the two ferries along the Dempster Highway route. For centuries, this was a meeting place for the Gwich'in First Nation tribes, and in 1849 became the site of the primary Hudson Bay trading post for the Mackenzie Delta. After topping off our tanks and having a quick lunch, we made our way to the second ferry crossing along our route north across the mighty Mackenzie River. With the completion of the final leg of the Dempster Highway from Inuvik to Tuktoyuktuk, travelers from all over the world were flocking to this new route to the edge of the world, keeping these ferries busy shuttling adventure seekers back and forth. It was an interesting experience meeting people from all over the world and developing a connection with them as we worked towards our northernmost point. We soon became a rolling community and spent time sharing our experiences and excitement as we leapfrogged each other at fuel stops, lunch breaks, and ferries. While I was filming our crossing of the Mackenzie, one of the deckhands suggested I go up to the upper deck for a better vantage point of the crossing. So I slipped past the crew-only signs and climbed the steps for a behind-the-scenes look at the river crossing process. As we disembarked from the Fort McPherson side, the ferry redirected and made its way to the Chikocek side of the Arctic Red River to complete its loadout. Chikocek is another small community of 180 individuals who primarily live off the land by hunting, fishing, and trapping. Just as I was getting a bit chilled from the wind, the captain threw open the door and invited me into the cabin.
Oh yeah?
I might have giggled like a little kid to get to ride alongside the captain of the ship. It was really an interesting experience sharing our two very different backgrounds and lifestyles with each other. It was amazing to hear how he and his family not only survive, but thrive in this remote country, especially in the winter season. With the last of the vehicles on board, we struck out across the mighty Mackenzie, jamming to various classic rock and German metal tunes while discussing what life was like here above the Arctic Circle. It was also incredible to learn that in just a couple of months, this huge ferry would be hauled out of the river for the winter, while the nearby communities wait, landlocked, for the rivers to freeze thick enough to resume travel. We've been constantly surprised by the welcoming spirit that the locals share with us along this road. The conversations had on this short ferry ride will forever be a highlight in my mind during our journey to Tuk.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you. So that was pretty cool. I actually got to go up into the upper deck of the ferry, hang out with the captain, and just get a glimpse of what his daily life is like. They spend 8 hours a day running the ferry back and forth and across the McKenzie River, and it was interesting just to talk to him about the different challenges and struggles just with the currents and the winds and stuff, how the bottom of the river is constantly changing, and then with the rain that we've had, the level has changed quite a bit as well. So it's very, very involved job, very complicated job to bring these ferries in and out of their harbor points. So it was really cool to hang out with him and hear what he does for fun and what life is like. He actually lives in Fort McPherson with his family, and so that was really a cool treat. They said, hey, you know, why don't you go up top? There's some better pictures up there. They saw me walking around with a camera, and I was like, really? I can go up there? And they're like, oh yeah. So I went up and I was just hanging out, and the captain kicked the door open. He's like, come on in. So that was a real treat. That was really cool. I had a blast. Like a little kid. It was so cool. Man, those ferries, I didn't realize how much power they have. They have 4 independent engines and 4 independent turbines, so that he can control. It's like 4-wheel steering on your vehicle, which, you know, they need that for dealing with the currents and the winds and everything. Pretty impressive piece of equipment as well. I'm geeking out just a little bit.
With a few miles to go to our next fuel stop in Inuvik, we pulled over to try a plan I've been mulling over to wash some of the mud from the trailer. We were carrying a sump pump on board with the idea that in an emergency we could pump from a stream to filter drinking water or top off a water tank. Turns out it works good for hosing down a mud-packed trailer as well.
Yeah.
With a somewhat cleaner and lighter trailer, we pulled into Inuvik for the night for some much-needed rest before driving the final leg to Tuk. This journey was already way off the charts for us, and we couldn't wait to see what tomorrow held for our Arctic adventure.
Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. We rolled into Inuvik last night around 7:38, I believe, right?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. And so we got a camping spot in town. We looked at a couple other campgrounds on our way into Inuvik and decided that we would just roll on into town and see what was there. And we ended up camping at the Happy Place.
That's exactly
That's
right.
exactly what it's called. A Happy Place Campground. And it's nice. It's got showers, washer and dryers. You can do some catch-up work
Yeah.
right there at the Happy Place.
It's what, $30? Yeah, it was like $30.
Yeah,
for
but
the
it's
night.
got electric, so that's why it's a little bit pricier than.
Yeah, but it's like $25, $24 American, so not too bad.
So now we are on our way to Tuk. The road was open. It's a beautiful sunshiny day compared to the last 2 rainy, cloudy days that we've had.
Yeah.
We're excited to.
Be making it to Tuk.
Yeah,
Finally.
finally.
Although it feels like it's just blown by too.
Now that we've like officially like nose to the grind on it, yeah, I would agree with that.
Exactly.
But we're not done after this. Like, we're going over into Alaska after this.
Yeah, and I think
So.
our pace is really going to change too. I think we're going to probably do maybe a 2-3 day run, stop for 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, like really
Start slowing down just
slowing
a little bit.
down, soaking in, and I've got a lot of editing to do. I've been filming, and now I've got a lot of stuff to show you guys. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put the hammer down and get on up to Tuk. Let's do it.
Over friends.
That's right.
We see the sun in the sky. We feel it all unfolding. Into the morning we'll take flight. It doesn't matter where we're going. This time is ours, and this is where we start. Right now we know the ground we're standing on is right where fast car.